Hello, welcome to Learning English with Movies. In today's video, we will talk about the movie Saving Private Ryan. Saving Private Ryan is a 1998 war drama directed by Steven Spielberg. It is set during the invasion of Normandy in World War II. The film is known for its graphic portrayal of war, especially its gruesome depiction of the assault during the Normandy landings. Gruesome means causing repulsion or horror, grisly. Their mission is to find Private James Francis Ryan, played by Matt Damon, the last surviving brother of 4 soldiers killed in action. A private is a soldier of the lowest rank, in particular an enlisted person in the U.S. Army or Marine Corps, ranking below private first class. Surrounded by the harsh realities of war, each soldier goes on a personal journey to discover their own strength, to overcome an uncertain future with honor, decency, and courage. Harsh means cruel or severe. Saving Private Ryan received acclaim from critics and audiences. The film won several awards, including Best Picture and Director at the Golden Globes and the Academy Award for Best Director. Since its release, Saving Private Ryan has become considered one of the greatest war films of all time. Spielberg had already shown interest in World War II stories with the films Empire of the Sun, Schindler's List, and the Indiana Jones series. In fact, Spielberg later co-produced the World War II HBO miniseries Banner Brothers and The Pacific with Tom Hanks. Not only that, but Spielberg's latest project, Black Hawk, is a World War II action-adventure based on the DC Comics and movie serials of the same name. Screenwriter David Koepp, who has worked with Spielberg on the blockbusters Jurassic Park, War of the Worlds, and Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, is writing the script. Saving Private Ryan is not only notable for its amazing performances and gut-wrenching story, but also for its cinematography. Gut-wrenching means emotionally painful. To achieve a tone and quality that were true to the story, Spielberg collaborated with his cinematographer to create a look reminiscent of newsreel footage from the 1940s. Reminiscent means making you remember a particular person, event, or thing. Many World War II soldiers claimed that the movie was the most realistic portrayal of warfare they had ever seen. In fact, some war veterans left theaters rather than finish seeing the opening sequence showing the Normandy assault because it was too realistic. The film opens in the present day with an aging veteran and his family wandering through a cemetery. To wander means to walk or move in a leisurely, casual, or aimless way. He's filled with emotion as he approaches a specific grave and begins to reflect about his time as a soldier. A grave is the place where a body is buried. The movie then jumps back to the morning of June 6, 1944. Captain John H. Miller leads his men in the assault away from the beach in a breakout. A breakout is a forceful escape from a restrictive condition or situation. Despite successfully taking control of the beach, the assault results in heavy casualties in one of the most realistic and bloodiest battle scenes in film history. Casualty means a person who is hurt or killed during an accident, war, etc. Meanwhile, the staff of the U.S. Department of War learns that James Francis Ryan is missing and presumed to be the last survivor of 4 brothers who are all in the military. Captain Miller is ordered to lead a detachment in finding Ryan. Miller and his soldiers locate a paratrooper named Ryan, but not the one they're looking for, and are guided to a rally point where Private Ryan's squad should be. A rallying point is a place designated by a leader where the unit moves to reassemble and reorganize. They discover that Ryan is guarding a critical bridge in the village of Rommel. Miller, against the advice of his soldiers, decides to eliminate a German machine gun position on the route to Ramelle, resulting in heavy casualties. The interpreter of the detachment, who is unaccustomed to the rigors of combat, saves a surviving German soldier. The captain blindfolds the soldier, dubbed Steamboat Willie, and commands him to surrender to the next Allied patrol. To blindfold means to cover the eyes with a bandage. Miller's detachment contacts Ryan when they arrive in Ramelle and notifies him of his brother's deaths. However, Ryan refuses to surrender his post, which is quickly besieged by attacking Germans. Besieged means surrounded by armed forces aiming to capture it or force surrender. Miller and his platoon fight alongside the 101st as the German armor advantage takes its toll on the Americans. To take a toll means to have a serious bad effect on someone or something. While attempting to blow up a bridge with pre-placed explosives, Steamboat Willie injures Miller. As they approach the bridge, the Germans are overwhelmed by American fighter planes, tanks, and men, putting a halt to their assault. To overwhelm means to defeat someone or something by using a lot of force. Miller begs Ryan to earn this before dying of his wounds, referring to the sacrifices made by the others so that Ryan can have a post-war life. From the opening of the film, Ryan is revealed to be the elderly veteran and the grave to be Miller's. Ryan thanks Miller and his troops for their sacrifices and says he hopes he earned it before saluting Miller's gravestone. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.